Easy ways to spend little and save more money on a trip. Most people resign themselves to the belief that trips are supposed to be expensive. However, this isn't necessarily true. There are ways to plan a trip such that you spend little and save much. In this video, we show you how. Saving more money on trips will allow you to go on more trips in the long run. Isn't that exciting? 8. Make the best of travel insurance. Travel insurance is one of those things you never think you need, but then you will be glad you got the need for it arise. Most people wonder, in addition to paying for regular insurance policies like health and life insurance, what's the point of getting travel insurance as well? While it's true that those other insurance policies have wider coverage, the specificity of travel insurance might come in handy. In addition, it's not that expensive, and so why not? In fact, the very existence of travel insurance necessitates applying for it when going out on trips. Otherwise, what's stopping your insurance company from telling you that your damages aren't covered by any of the plans you're on and that you should have gotten travel insurance too? When planning for a trip, don't neglect to at least look into it. 7. Keep exchange rates in mind. Different places use different currencies. And so, before you travel somewhere, you might want to transform some of your native currency into the local currency of your destination. The thing is, due to exchange rate differences, the transformation isn't going to be seamless. However, you might end up saving more money in the long run. After all, spending in a local currency will help you overcome all the challenges of trying to use legal tender. Better yet, you can request an international debit or credit card from your bank. This is the best solution as it allows you to spend the money in your bank account overseas. But bear in mind when planning a trip that not all places accept these cards, so some cash is still a necessity. 6. Use public transportation. Public transportation is a nuisance almost everywhere. However, even some of the best travel destinations have it bad, especially travel destinations in the third world. The general lack of development in those areas covers their transportation systems as well. And despite the fact that they might receive a large volume of tourists, those tourists have to deal with the bad transportation system just like everyone else. And so, if you're trying to save money, then give into the system of public transportation. It might be bad, sure, but then that's all part of the authentic travel experience. 5. Travel light. Do you really need all those items you're packing for your trip? Are you sure you aren't carrying one too many, just-in-case items? It might make you a bit anxious to travel light, but that anxiety is something you're going to overcome. Try not to pack too many electronic devices either, as those things are usually deceptively heavy. If you arrive at your destination and find you need something desperately, then you can buy it there. Otherwise, when planning for your trip, make it a priority to travel light so as to avoid checking bags. 4. Hold your spending urges back. Abject consumerism in modern society has made a large number of us spendthrifts. And this is a nasty attitude which we sometimes carry with us over international borders. We feel the urge to spend money on everything we set our eyes on. And the travel experience has also evolved to profit off of this attitude. Even in airports, there are ministores to make sure you spend as much money in transit. And when you arrive, locals show you good with jacked up prices to profit off your naivete. And so, the smart thing to do would be to hold onto your money a little harder. When planning for your trip, budget an amount for spending. Make sure it's reasonable and that you don't go above it. 3. Strike a balance between cheapness and comfort. When planning for a trip, you need to strike a balance between cheapness and comfort. Most people falsely assume it's one or the other, but there are ways to get both. You just need to be extra rigorous about your research so that you get the best value for money. You don't need to go so cheap that you give up comfort, and you don't need to get so comfortable that you give up saving money. By compromising on both these things, you will end up saving a significant amount of money while still having a great trip. 2. Travel when traffic is low. One thing which is under-discussed when planning for a trip is that ticket prices tend to fluctuate depending on the season or period within which you intend to take the trip. You can circumvent this somehow by purchasing your tickets months ahead of the trip. But what if as the time draws near, you have to cancel your booking? A smart thing to do would be to travel to your dream destination months ahead of everyone. You will benefit from the low traffic in more ways than one. Other than everything being cheaper, you will largely have your freedom. Doesn't that sound exciting? 1. Create a detailed budget. The number one financial hack when preparing for a trip is to create a detailed financial budget. Even though you will have to place the prices of most things within a particular range due to price fluctuations that take place every day, you still need to be as thorough with your budget as ever. The key is to be thorough, not precise. Account for a lot of things, but don't frustrate yourself trying to get prices down to the cent. Make room for random or emergency developments. This way, you will spend little and save more money on your trip. Coming to the end of this video, we hope you've learned much about how to spend little and save more on a trip. It all comes down to planning, and if you have been paying attention, you should know how to plan a trip like an expert now. In any case, to learn more, please check out other videos on our channel. There's a lot more where this came from, and by the time you're through, you're going to walk away informed and engaged. Well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, have a good day. Catch you later.